1 year of replicants. Where are we now? The
1
world was
year
stunned last year when the UN repealed the prohibition of replicant technology, authorizing Wallace Corporation to manufacture a new line of Nexus 9 models. Though inspired by Tyrell Corp patents discreetly purchased by WC years prior, Leander Wallace himself assured the public that the Nexus 9 was his labor of love, dedicating the past 8 years to perfecting what he dubbed his greatest gift to human civilization. The UN Council, the megacorps, the off-world colonies and industries, it seemed like the whole system was celebrating the Nexus' abrupt return, all but the unheard Angelinos, who remembered all too well when replicants lived among us, when empires fell, when blade runners roamed our streets, when the blackout smothered us in darkness, when riots set us ablaze. To reopen those synthetic scars was an order taller than Wallace's new headquarters. But what could we do but endure, as we've always done? On the 1 year anniversary of that landmark decision, we now ask the hard questions. Who delivered upon their promises? And whose ulterior motives have come to light? Needless to say, the economic recovery fueled by the replicant influence is undeniable. All mining and colonization, construction, maintenance, security, hospitality, all service industries reporting record productivity, profit, and growth. You need only look at the horizon to see sea walls and sky rises sprout like weeds as N9s become the new norm in every high risk, high reward market. Continued on page 7. Transcribed from the Independent Sentinel, published Monday, May 15th, 2037. Hello, and welcome to Electric Memory, a Blade Runner campaign set in the world of the films and Philip K. Dick's imagination, and using the system published by Freely Press. We are also using the Roll20 virtual tabletop, including the wonderful music provided within the platform. Tonight, we begin a campaign about memory, perception, and identity. And, of course, a neo-noir dream of Los Angeles as it might be. As a content note, this game deals with many of the same things as the film, including unreliable memory, mistaken identity, mistaken heritage, and loss of innocent life. The game also presumes that the player characters will be Blade Runners, part of a semi-autonomous unit attached to the LAPD. As an Angelino, I can tell you straight up that the LAPD sucks, they have always sucked, and they will probably continue to suck until the heat death of the universe. This show is not meant to be propaganda in any way, and will work to highlight the corruption and abuse inherent in institutions like the LAPD and anyone else given literal licenses to kill. This is why you're semi autonomous, so you just don't have to touch that grease pile more than you absolutely have to. That out of the way, players, please introduce yourselves to the audience and tell us a little bit about the characters you made last week.
Hey everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood changeling, am changeling, any pronouns. Tonight I will be playing Quinn Kinsey, who also uses any pronouns. They are an analyst, and they live with Princess Buttercup. Help. They have a somewhat sordid past, having turned in a replicant to a police officer. Oh no. They regretted it.
I believe that's me next. Hello, everyone. It's me, Aaron. As usual, you can find me at Great Cthulhu pretty much everywhere. Happy Trans Day of Visibility, everyone. Perceive me. And the lovely Ambrose as well. So I will be playing Evie Tufana, pronouns she, they. Evie is a rookie to this little task force, and she is a fixer who are the kind of the grease in the wheels sorts, the one who has favors owed to them from various reasons, the reason I have favors owed to me is my character was a sex worker before the role they are in now. Um, she lives in a shitty flat above seedy bars on Nightclub Row, and her kind of dark moment was she let a hunted replicant go in a moment of weakness, felt empathy for them. Uh, and my uh, cohabitation is a AI version of Mary Shelley that lives in my head and is constantly disappointed in me.
I am Eric at Modern Recluse Online, and tonight I will be playing Dutch Olson, who is a somewhat of a tragic figure who grew up, saw some heavily violent stuff on the streets of LA, and was scarred by it. And as part of his trauma, he is now sort of desensitized, and his empathy is in the dumps. As is he, because he is currently homeless and trawling the streets of LA at night. Doing that stuff. And his favorite piece of memorabilia, as it were, is his old coat that he managed to hold on to since the time when he experienced his trauma as a youth.
Hello! Hello, my name is Leo. You can find me at Leo of the Black. And today I'll be playing Tanner Rigo. So Tanner is a very, very, very bad man. He is a corrupt cop. He takes bribes, he gives bribes, he does what he does. But let's just say there was give him a little bit of backstory on him. He was at the colonies for a little bit. He did something very bad that made him and his teenage son come back to Earth. And he can't exactly tell the son what he did.
Hello, everybody. My name is Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade. My pronouns are he, him, and tonight I will be playing Cassius. Also pronouns he, him, who isn't quite sure why he's with all these horrible people that they keep just calling themselves that. I'm a wonderful person. I just play a bad person on the streets.
Why?
A likely story, sir.
Yes. I am the group's city speaker. I know the underbelly of the city. I can move very well through. Yes,
Does the underbelly like scritches?
they do actually.
I mean, if
Yes.
by scritches you mean bribery and drugs, yes.
Yes, that is the street word for bribery and drugs, scritches. I know how to speak the code of those who live outside of the law. And had a fairly normal childhood, grew up in less than ideal situations, but didn't everybody here, in New Los Angeles? We're all just trying to make our way through and getting a little bit better than we were yesterday. However, I do remember that one special day that I had, where everything kind of clicked into place for me. I remember as a very young child, maybe 8, 9. No, I think I was 10. And came down the hall, rushed in, needed a place to stay, place to hide. He was being hunted, he said. We wanted to get away, and it was my responsibility to keep him safe. Well, did what I could, but they found him. They took him away. I think it may have been my fault, but who can say? Anyway,
Who can say?
who can say?
All right. Well, thank you all so much. I am your knowledge integrated unit, also called your game runner, also called Stolen Fires. Welcome to the channel, and we begin. It is a Monday morning in the year 2037. It is the beginning of your first shift. And so, as a mechanic note, your day is divided up into 4 shifts of morning, afternoon, evening, and night. You can work without consequence for 3 shifts in a row, but afterwards you're going to have to spend at least 1 shift on downtime. If you decide to work through your 4th shift, you will start to accrue stress. That may or may not have consequences. But for now, it is a Monday morning. It's early, it's not bright, the air is choked with smog and rain. And let's begin by describing where each of your characters wake up and what their morning looks like. So, as the spirit moves you in no particular order, or I'll just call on you.
But did you say
You
go in
first,
speaking order?
Ambrose.
She said in any order as
Oh,
we
gotcha,
feel,
sorry.
as the spirit takes us.
Oh
Yes.
dear.
Okay.
I find that to
Just
be
essentially as inspiration strikes about what
Got
sort of morning your character has normally
I'm sorry.
or
Eric.
abnormally.
Go on. I cut you off.
Quinn wakes up late and rushes to put themselves together, throwing on their makeup and packing their bags for work. They always take too much stuff with them just in case it's needed, but one of the things that they almost always forget is their weapon. It's almost subconscious. But anyway, they end up running to catch. How far is their living place from the police station?
I mean, probably. So essentially, it's close, but it's close in the LA Blade Runner style. So you still have like 40 minutes in traffic to get there.
Okay. They are definitely late and tracking in mud in their giant combat boots. And very out of breath.
All right.
So, well, I would have gotten up in my fairly normal apartment. Nothing too fancy at all or anything like that. If you've ever seen a cop's apartment, very simple living, not much else here. So, but every morning I get up, I get dressed, and I get into a giant argument with my son every day. I don't know why, but he hates me for no good reason. Well, there may be a reason, I just don't know what it is.
What do you argue about? Like putting away laundry or
Honestly, anything and everything. He's also a teenager too, so.
okay.
But you could definitely tell that there's something bothering him, like something that he knows that I know that I won't tell him. And he is right on that. And he hates me for it.
All right. It probably doesn't help that you live in like really cramped quarters, so you're
Yeah.
always up in each other's business.
100%.
All right. Who else wants to tell me about their morning?
Oh, God. Cash is similar to. Sorry, Leo. What's your character's name?
Tanner.
Tanner. Cassius, just like Tanner, is but a simple detective. So, just as I'm sure we share commonalities in regard to our living quarters, I wake up and stretch and on my nice, comfortable, soft bed, and I throw my feet over. I grab a smoke from the nightstand, and I go and I stand on the balcony of my little Tokyo condo and to sort of take in the wonderful sights that are all around. Reading the advertisement of the day, giving me all of the best deals and knowledge of wonderful consumer products in the area.
Yeah, you've got a very beautiful Japanese woman who's like projected 100 feet tall on the skyscraper just across the way, selling you sports drink of some kind, appears to be, maybe.
I'll have to remember to get some of that. That would be very refreshing, I'm sure. But for now, I'll go in and I'll have a simple breakfast. I'm sure some black coffee and sit down. I got up early as usual. Got to keep a tight schedule, tight ship. Did my morning routine exercises and I got dressed and I got this tie because they told me I was reporting to a new unit and they said to dress nice. Not quite sure how this works, but I'm sure this is good enough. Just tuck it in like that, and I think it looks pretty snazzy myself.
Very snazzy.
Thank you. And I will make my way slowly throughout the town, making sure to walk the streets like a good citizen of LA, saying hello to all of my friends and colleagues throughout the way, stopping by a stand to buy a paper, shaking hands with the retailers. Hey, doing well? Good. Hey, what if I see you first?
Okay.
The literal definition of smiley glad hands.
Yep.
Gross. Hated.
Yep.
No, it's fine. I can I got something in mind for that.
I'll go
Who's
next, I
next?
suppose. So yeah, Evie has her apartment is in a shithole location, but she has nice furnishings because of her former work, and some clients like to give her very nice things. So her morning starts like she hops into a proper clawfoot tub, gets nice, smells nice. When she gets ready to dress for her first day, because I am a rookie, so I imagine I'm brand new to the unit.
Blood.
She picks out the outfit that most screams "Go fuck yourself" and puts that on. Probably some heavy combat boots, a studded leather jacket.
I know.
Leaves her hair down.
Shut the door, please.
Does her makeup lovely, and then much like Cassius, also grabs a cigarette, lights it, and walks on out. Starts making her way to work.
Last. So mornings for Dutch begin at the crack of dawn. Just when it's still dark out. Spinner comes down over the skies of LA and touches down inside of a darkened alley. The doors open up and a guy in a large coat, a cigarette in his mouth, steps out. He takes a drag and flicks it into the alleyway. Starts walking down into the city lights. And that's when Dutch wakes up. He has a cigarette like on his chest. He's like, "What the fuck?" He wakes up. He stumbles out into the alleyway and looks. Sees some bright-eyed detective guy with a fancy coat walking out, finishing a cigarette. He's like, "Motherfucker!" Looks around. He doesn't see anybody else, so he goes up to the spinner and starts trying to take the rims off the wheels. He's like looking around, checking to make sure there's nobody around. That's when all these forms start to come out of the woodwork, and he's like, no, this one's mine. You had yours yesterday. This one's mine. And just to spurn the detective, he kicks out the little side mirror on the spinner, breaks it, and then walks away with the hubcaps. But something catches his eyes. as he's like turning to Five Finger Discount those rims, he sees his face on on the display on the inside of the spinner, and it's like, it's not a warrant to arrest, but it's a notice for local Blade Runners and stuff to bring him into
What?
the precinct, and he's like, oh fuck, shit, I'm out of rep detect this, and he starts walking away.
So this actually segues pretty perfectly into what I was going to do next. Which is, for four of you, you do get a notice on your KIA to immediately bring Dutch Olson into headquarters. So, order issued by Deputy Chief David Holden. Locate Blade Runner Dutch Olson, currently on leave. Bring him in for emergency briefing. Tends to go off the grid when on leave. Can be found on the streets of Sector 5. Might object, no is not an acceptable answer.
Being that Quinn is already at work, do I have to go out in the field? I never go out in the field.
You just get this like steely fucking glare from whoever you are asking.
I have a quick question. How far is Sector 5 from Sector 1?
It's LA.
Yeah, I as a fellow Angelino, LA terms. If you please.
I mean, the nice thing is that you've got a really cool spinner. So, yeah, it's I don't know, spinner wise about half an hour.
Okay. I think given that the thing says he likes to lay low, just gonna change footwear immediately from the big fuck me boots to something you can run in, perhaps, if you needed. And then head out solo.
All right, as you walk past, you see this person with very cute blue hair, like asking if this means them.
Oh, okay, this'll work. I like you. Hi, I'm Evie.
Oh, I'm Quinn. What are your pronouns?
She or they is great.
Cool. I
I
use any of
think
them.
amazing. I will try to go through the entirety of all the ones I know.
That sounds complicated. You don't have to do that.
It's whatever. Anyways, I assume you're looking for this person too.
Yeah.
Hop in. Let's go. Let's go meet some maybe former friends of mine.
Cool.
Evie's plan is to go find the seedy underbelly folk, sex workers, drug traffickers, those people that she probably already has a potential working relationship with previously.
Do I need to get a rabies shot?
No, it's fine. You'll be fine. We're not
So
going as
you don't-
customers.
you don't need to get a rabies shot, mostly because all the wildlife is dead.
Yeah.
I figured it was just transmitted between humans now.
Horrifying notion.
Yeah, that is pretty horrifying. You probably need like a tetanus and like a COVID-46 shot.
Oh, oof. God.
COVID 46. Wally.
Do you want to drive? I don't really drive.
Yeah, let me drive.
All right, so Evie and Quinn have become besties.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Sorry. Quinn like had already unpacked their bag full of electronics and stuff, and then they just take their arm and just scoop it all back into their bag, just plunk, and you hear all the electronics smacking against each other.
Evie watches you do this. Like, I think we're going to be best friends. I think this is going to be a good time. So, what did you do before you joined this?
Oh, just this.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless you want to hear about my whole childhood, I could tell you all about it.
Um, you'd be shocked how often that came up in my old work, actually. But no, I'm good. Yeah, let's just, yeah. We don't need to talk about that. That's fine.
all right. So as Quinn overshares on the ride with Evie, what are Tanner and Cassius doing? We've got this order that just come in.
So are we at the police station right this second?
Wherever you would be within like 15 minutes of having to clock in.
Yeah.
You know, either you're the dude who overachiever, shows up super early like Quinn and Evie, or you're like, fuck this gig, they're not gonna fire me and saunter in like half an hour late, in which case you might still be at the noodle stand.
Yeah, no. I would actually be there at the noodle stand, believe it or not. And I
Okay.
would be there for a specific reason.
All right,
I'd be meeting up with the contact. Is the mafia still a thing in LA during this?
I mean, not necessarily the like, I'm gonna make you offer you can't refuse, like Godfather Sicilian style mafia, but crime. So much crime.
Okay.
Some of it's organized, some of it's not.
Gotcha. So I would probably be paying off here at some organized crime. Paying some organized crime off. Especially towards the part, basically, I want them to. I did a job for them back at the colonies, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm waiting for them to pay off. Pay them off today.
All right. So, you sit down, order some noodles, your usual menu item number 5. Someone sits down in this setting, probably sort of Yakuza-ish. Uh, sits down, orders their own special deal, puts an envelope down on the table in between the two of you, doesn't say a word to you, eats his noodles, gets up and leaves the envelope behind.
Another job well done today. Takes it, puts it in his pocket, and then just finishes eating my noodles. Then I'd head to work.
All right, and so that would be when your Kia starts beeping and you get the order. The message to bring this guy Dutch Olson in. No is not an option.
Oh. That is when I would probably go get my patrol car from the cops.
Okay, yeah, you get your nice skimmer, your flying car. All right, so Cassius.
So, as before, I was, have my lovely, wonderful apartment, condo in Little Tokyo, which as I'm starting to try to hail a cab, because I drive, get this notice. Oh, likes to run, likes to go off grid. Blade Runner. Taxi. Taxi. Piss Alley, please.
I'm sorry. Did I hear Piss Alley, please?
You want the piss alley in Sector 1 or the piss alley in Sector 9 or the piss alley up next to the Sepulveda seawall?
Oh, right here in 5, please. It's just north of here.
How dare you put a piss wall near where I live in real life? Rachel, how dare you? Sepulveda seawall, how dare you?
Okay, this is a setting thing. The oceans have risen to Sepulveda Boulevard, which, if you know Los Angeles geography, that's holy shit. So all of Sepulveda Boulevard is now a giant like wall holding the ocean back.
5 minutes from me. All right, sorry.
Yeah, no, I could walk to Sepulveda like 20 minutes from where I am. It's bad. No, pardon me. All right. So, Dutch, you're relieving a skimmer of its hubcaps when you see your face and this message come in. So how do you react?
Like anybody in my situation would react. He quickly takes the hubcaps down the street, cashes them in for some money, and sits down and gets some noodles. Also, I'm gonna finish that detective's cigarette for him and properly put it out.
Okay. So yeah, you
Before
you
it becomes
smoke it
windshield.
down to the filter.
Okay, so
And then I flick it onto his windshield.
Rachel, I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
Is this noodle shop going to be the same place I'm at?
So, about that, I would like let's do the first roll of the game.
Ooh.
Let's
First
do-
roll. First roll. First roll.
I would like a connections from everybody
Good.
except Dutch,
Oh, good.
because this is how well they're able to find you.
Connections. Okay.
Yep. How well do you know those streets? How well do they know you?
Literally everyone pushed. Every
Well, I
last one
think
of
you
us.
have the option to push.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. You can click that to push
Okay.
the roll.
Oh, I see.
It'll
I see,
stress
I see,
you
I see.
out.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, I'm not gonna.
Is 2 5s good or bad?
You need a 6 or higher.
You need 6 or higher, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Should I push it? Push it to the limit?
Push it real good.
Push it real good.
Sure. Why the fuck not? We're gonna push it.
You know what? I might as well. I'm probably gonna
Wait.
lean on hard in some former contacts too. Let's go.
Did that work for me? Did I pass?
I
All
don't
right.
know.
So, from the rule book, pushing your roll. Your initial skill roll reflects a safe and controlled action. If you fail your initial roll, or if you want additional successes, you can lean into the action, giving it everything you've got, pushing yourself to the limit. This is called pushing the roll unless you re-roll any base dice that doesn't show a 1. You can re-roll d10s or d12s showing a single in order to get more, a single success in order to get more, but that's risky. You cannot
Oof.
change back to the previous result. All dice count after the re-roll, even the dice you didn't re-roll.
Ooh.
Pushing comes with a risk. Each time you push a roll, you immediately suffer 1 point of damage if you rolled strength or agility, or 1 point of stress if you rolled intelligence or empathy. So
Can I change my mind now?
you can change your mind.
Great. That's all you. That's all you,
Pushing is
Tanner.
rough.
Have fun.
Oh, I just realized how much we actually have for freaking four health. Maybe I should be a little bit sparring with this. Okay, never mind. I changed my mind. I just realized how much health and resolve I have. I only got 5.
I mean,
It
I
does
have,
jockey. It's fine.
yeah, I have a decent amount of resolve. I'm still tempted. All right, how do I do it from here? Do I just click this little
I
D8?
think you just click push.
Yeah, you click push.
I
and
clicked
the-
push. I clicked push, and then it gave me a push matrix to do something with.
I think you push like D12, push D12, and it automatically does it for
All
you.
right, hey, let's find out how much I'm gonna suck.
Oh, you did it.
Oh
you
God, I
didn't.
ate absolute shit.
You got 1.
Whoops. All right. So, so here's what happens. Cassius, you gained a success.
Yes, I did.
So, just through almost essentially dumb luck as you make your way through the streets, you pass by a noodle shop, and you almost miss him. But like just as he's about to leave your island, you're like, wait, isn't that the guy? And so, Evie, so how exactly do you make use of your connections normally?
So I think she was going to people that she's stood on corners with, or has maybe from her clients, perhaps. I do have a suggestion for how this goes poorly, if you want to hear it.
I absolutely do.
Great. So I think there's probably a former client that spots her simultaneously a bad former client, and
Okay.
that's how it goes bad.
All right. You're like, oh shit, that's creepy. Mike is gonna break my hand again. And so, like, what kind of stresses you out is not just like you have to see him again, but also like your new friend is here watching you freak out.
Oh no. Hmm. So, yeah, quick, let's get in the car right now. Right now, like in right now.
But
Nope, we're
okay.
good. No, I cleared this area. We're good. Get in the car right now. She's like fumbling, like trying to it's like the jittery hands keys moment, like.
So, Quinn, what you see is this guy in like this nice charcoal gray suit and shark eyes walking towards you both.
Oh, that guy's scary.
Yeah, no shit. Get in the fucking car right now.
Oh, right. Quinn will stumble into the spinner and fuss with the seatbelt.
Okay.
I will drive recklessly away.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for that because, in part, you are in a standard issue spinner, so you've got like all the like insignia and like labeling going on. So everyone else is like, "Oh shit, don't want to crash into that one, least of all."
Yeah, then I think Evie just goes in whatever direction is opposite from where that dude is.
Okay. I might call for another roll in a little bit, but for now, Cassius, you have caught sight of your quarry.
Yes. I will simply walk up, kind of stand behind him while he's on the bench, having the noodles, and hold a smoke out sort of over his shoulder and kind of dangle it in front of him.
He just kind of like, puts his back to him and like, hey Fong, let me get another one, huh? Two.
No fear whatsoever.
Yeah.
I like it.
Gerivalem, Olson.
I know who you're talking to, pal.
You.
There's plenty of seating to go around.
Take the smoke. Make it easy.
Are you talking to me? My name's Mitch. I don't know who you're talking to.
No.
What
No,
are
I
you, a
don't
badge?
think it is. I mean, I carry a badge, but
This is a bad neighborhood for you. You should probably, go that way.
Mm.
I hear they steal hubcaps off skimmers. Is that true?
yeah, probably.
Yeah, bad neighborhood, like I said.
The worst.
Mm-hmm.
So, why don't you come in? Help us out.
I'm not a cop. Okay.
No. Savage Blade.
What?
Runner.
Oh, no, I don't do that. I'm not Rep Tech. Whatever. Blade Runner. You hear this guy, Fong? This guy looks like a torch. Look at him.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder.
You start talking to Fong, and like he clearly has like suddenly forgotten how to speak English.
I'll talk to Fong in city speak. You let
All
this
right, what do
guy
you tell him?
you let this guy eat at your stand?
I don't know what's more offensive. This guy's smoking habits or his tie. Excuse me. Gets up, walks away.
Okay. So at this point, Cassius got the collar first. Tanner rolled terribly.
I did. It was horrible.
So, what I will say is that, Dutch, you see Tanner before Tanner sees you, and you immediately make him as another Blade Runner.
Oh, I'm in the Shark Tank now. So he just kind of flips up his collar, goes right into traffic. he'll walk, very casually as cars are and people on bicycles are steering, trying to get around. I'm like, hey, ringing the bell at him, and he's walking.
So the area that he's going into, where is this at? That he's running it?
So essentially, this is an overdeveloped, because it's all overdeveloped part of the city. So you've got literally skyscrapers hundreds of stories high, just crowding you on every side pretty much. And so the street is pretty narrow and just full of trash and detritus. But there's low flying skimmers going back and forth.
Okay. So I'm actually gonna get on my handy dandy cell phone or communication device that we have in this world, and I am going
your,
to
Kia.
What'd you say?
Kia.
Kia. Okay, I'm gonna get on my Kia, and I'm actually going to call one of the local gangs that I've been in contact with here, and I'm gonna basically say, I need this guy. About yay tall, black hair, named Dutch Olson. I need him alive. I'll set a good price on his head as well. Click.
Okay. So give me a fresh connections roll.
Fresh connections roll. That's my
Yes,
thing,
please.
man. I like doing this. This is fun. All right, connections roll.
Oh, dang.
Oh, a 9 and a 10. Heck yeah. You're done, old Dutch.
All right. So, Dutch, you just sort of vanish into traffic. Cassius, what are you up to?
Oh no,
I'm
silencing
muted.
spell.
I am muted. I very kind of Olay as he, storms past me, make sure, don't get this brand new vest dirty. Just yet, at least. You know, we'll get some grime in it when the time comes. Play the part. But I'll just tell Fong, you really shouldn't let that guy eat here. He's gonna get you in trouble, and I can only get you out of so much. And I'll put this back in, and I will stroll in his general direction. Not running, not chasing, just casual walk down the streets after him.
Okay.
He's gonna make me walk.
All right. So, Dutch. What happens next? And so this is in part because Betty's Dungeon Adventures spent a benevolence on your behalf. So you round the corner and you see a couple people that you recognize just from the street. You know them by sight. They know you. And so they say, "Hey, Dutch, right?
Got the wrong guy. Sorry. Keep walking.
Look, Tanner sent us to get you."
I don't know, Tanner. Terrible name, by the way.
Well,
Should
he
change
knows
it.
you.
That's nice. Bye. Stealth. We'll get lost in the crowd or down an alleyway.
Okay. Well, so because Leo, because you rolled so well on that connection, you essentially get his location. They're like, "We found him. He's here. He's heading in this direction."
Okay. That's when I bring up the key, and I know Cassius is on the ground. All right, I'm gonna call him up and be like, Cassius, he's at this place right here. Somewhere in Little Tokyo.
Calling me?
Yeah, you, because you're on the ground. I think we're in the same area, aren't we?
You are in the same area.
Yeah. So I'd recommend on the phone. I'm gonna be like, I recommend being a little bit more tactful. He's a slippery one.
Do we have portable? We have like Blade Runner cell phones, I imagine.
Yeah, so what you
Yeah.
have, it's called the Knowledge Integrated Agent.
Mhm.
It's essentially a fancy smart pad. So like it does video calls and messaging very well.
Thank you. Hang
You're
on.
welcome. It's all part of the team, right? Just don't ask me how I got it. Click, and then I go to the location.
Okay. So you do catch sight of Dutch just sort of like weaving his way through the crowd and the clutter of the city streets. Cassius, you can also get an eye line on him.
So I'm still in a car, correct?
If you want to be, sure.
Mhm. So the roads, basically the people are walking under me. Whenever we drive, we're hovering over them. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, you're about like 15 feet off the ground.
Okay. I don't think I'd be that mean. Huh. I would kind of keep in contact with Cassius and be like, "You're my man on the ground, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eagle eye on him."
You know what?
Okay.
You do that. You're doing a good job up there.
Thank
I'm your eyes and ears down here, and you stay up there.
Will
All
do.
right. So Evie and or Quinn, one of you give me an insight roll, please.
I would like to do it. Mm.
Or you know what? A tech roll.
That's my
Ooh.
specialty.
Yeah, have at it. That no, you don't want me rolling that. Insight, yes. Tech, no.
12 and 8.
Oh, nice.
Nice. So
Got
with your
12 in
3
there.
successes, Quinn, you're playing around with your KIA, with your Kia, and you realize that when this order came through, hey, go get this guy, you were essentially BCC'd with several other members of the Rep Detect unit. And so the exchange that just happened between Tanner and Cassius, you read the whole thing, including, hey, he's over here.
Ooh, Evie, I think we've got our guy kind of. This one guy, uh and then this other guy, they've got him kind of cornered a little bit, I guess.
Okay, let's.
Oh, I forgot to eat breakfast.
Okay, just give me the location, and I'll get us there.
Yep, right here. And they like shove their Kia in your driving face.
So cute.
So yeah, Eva will steer, do her best to get there.
Okay, are you gonna send any message back?
I'm obviously busy driving, but Quinn, whoever these other two are, I've not met them. I'm gonna try a soft approach, not a take in approach, if that makes sense.
Uh-uh.
I didn't mean to you. I meant to them. Send that to them.
Oh, got it. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
no, it's
okay.
okay. You're doing great, sweetie. I'm very proud of you.
We're going to take a soft approach, and you're going to be hard. Right. Got it. Perfect.
So for Tanner and Cassius, this is the message that pops up on your Kia.
Wait. Who is this?
So Evie's going to land not in like the midst of all this, and then just go on foot, looking as she
Okay.
looks, not like a fucking a runner. She does not look like a runner.
Okay. So observation for Evie. So Dutch, are you trying super hard to stay hidden? Or just like going about your business?
Once I start seeing like randos off the street like IDing me so easily, yeah, he's gonna like try to lose some of these people like in an alleyway, you know. Like, oh, I know this
Alright.
place better than anybody. I'm gonna sneak over here.
Okay, so in that case, opposed rolls
Come on,
for
baby.
Evie and anyone else trying to keep an eye on Dutch.
Why?
Observation versus Dutch's stealth.
I don't see shit because this game these dice hate me. They hate me.
Dutch
The
got
fiery
one.
passion.
Okay, so what
I
do I
got a
need?
1.
Observation.
I got 1 success, but I also rolled a 1.
Oh, 9 and a 5. I believe I win.
So does Cassius. Cassius got 2.
Yep.
Dang.
Ooh, Cassius. Hell yeah, bud.
I imagine this going in the way where he's like, oh, I'm gonna just lose them here. I always lose people in this alleyway, and he goes down the dead end alleyway, thinking that it's working, and then like that's when you could say that's when the spinner comes down overhead, like oh shit, and then these guys start coming up from behind, so he's basically
Sure.
like, oh, what the heck. Those hubcaps. Is this about the hubcaps? They're bad. They're bad. They're bad on rotation. I tried telling them that to get them replaced years ago. They ignored me. What do you want with me now?
So at this point, all of you have sort of, or the 4 of you have sort of managed to corral Dutch.
You go quietly with us. We won't kill you.
What Edie catching the cop vibes from Tanner and Cassius just walks past them like fuck this shit. hey, Dutch, like you're not. It's cool. Just come in with us. Like you're gonna be working with us. It's fine. You can trust me. Look at me. Like look at me. Look at me. And she's actually giving like an honest like you can trust me. You can trust me.
Meanwhile, Quinn leans out the window and goes, "Hi."
Sees Quinn, goes, "Hey, hi."
I look over to Cassis and I'm like, what?
Let it happen. Let it happen.
Who's making the call?
What's the name again?
Holden.
Yeah.
Holden.
I don't work with that guy. He's dirty.
That's fine. It's my first day. I'm can't be dirty. Literally impossible.
Rookie,
I
You're in
mean,
a
we've
bad-
all seen The Departed.
right? You're in a bad place, kid. All right.
You don't know what I did before this. Don't worry, honey. I got this.
Can't be bad when then can't be worse than what these people here do.
Oh.
Silveretta, Cassius, and Tanner.
She follows your eyes. Says, "Oh yeah, no, 100%, 100.
Is your car over here?
You can smell the Chaosu perk on them a mile away."
Oh, that could be my coat. I'm sorry. Goes over to the car. I'll be riding with them. They're prettier. gets in the back of the car.
I don't care. As long as you come in.
Gentlemen or gentlemen, as you prefer. We'll see you back at the station, I guess.
10-4.
Sobre chasing la borda.
At that, he's just like. They walk past the spinner.
Hey Evie, can we stop by the noodle stand?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, I'm not in a rush anymore. We did what we were supposed to do. Like,
I know a good place.
all right, I'll trust you.
I'll hook you up. I know Fong personally.
Okay, cool. So you swing by the noodle stand where Quinn is able to get some breakfast. Cassius and Tanner, do you follow or do you make your own way? I love the props.
Sorry, go ahead, Cassius. I don't want to interrupt you. I feel like I've done that a couple times. No, good.
No.
Okay.
No. You're good.
I would definitely follow me. Anyways.
Okay. And so you mentioned in the Discord briefly having a connection with Evie's character. Did you want to be able to recognize her or?
Evie, sure. Yeah, 100%. I would totally be up for it.
So that means either, given her past, former client picked her up for prostitution, or she was working for maybe someone had like dealings with and was just there. I feel like that's kind of the big three for a former sex worker and a dirty cop.
Well,
If you have a better option, though, I'm happy to hear it.
no, and you never spent time on the outskirts, right? Place that I went to, I can't remember what it's called.
The colonies.
Yeah.
The colonies? No. I think Edie. I think they've been pretty much LA based for their whole life.
Okay.
Yeah, it is extremely difficult to get off world.
Got it.
The fact that you were able to do it even on assignment is like huge.
So, quick question for you then. What one would you prefer? Because I can do both. I can do raunchy, and I could probably do the other one.
Whatever is like, I can roll with whatever. Whatever is more fun for you. Your choice.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with the second one. I knew you
All right.
from somebody.
Okay.
All right. Excellent.
So they're all stopping for noodles at the stand together.
Yeah, we're for sure
Yes.
not, but
Why
we
the
are
fuck
not
not?
making a hurry to go back to where we're supposed to be.
Perfect. Perfect. So I'm gonna snap a picture very quickly of Dutch with Evie, Quinn, and preferably
Tanner.
Tanner. And just Casa Cerrado. And I'm gonna head off to my own spot.
A spot in the noodle stand or a spot somewhere else entirely?
Somewhere in the region. Like I'm not like going off like away, but like I'm gonna go someplace, maybe where they can get a drink instead of a cup of noodles. I mean, it is almost what, 10 a.m. now?
Yeah, something like that. About 10 a.m.
So, and I'll send that in to the person who gave the case. So I'll report in, just be like, hey, picture team's got him. They're getting noodles. Seems like he's in. I'm around if you need me. Boom. And then I'll send a message back over to Tanner as well, just like case turned in. I'm gonna get a drink. Text if you need, or message if you need me.
Oh, I'll actually text back. I'll meet you there after I'm done here.
Yeah, no, sounds good. And then send that, and then mark to myself one drink, and then change locations.
All right. So during noodle fun, Dutch, do you try and pull a runner or are you resigned to your fate? That is for Dutch.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I had surrendered once he got cornered in the alleyway. He's like, all right, I'm going in. All right, sure. Just see what the hell they want from me now.
Okay. Are you going to Evie and Quinn tell him anything? Or Tanner as well, since you are also there?
Sorry. What was that question towards?
Oh, Tanner came
If-
with us to the nudes?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that's all right. Cool. Yep. All right.
So when I got there, I'm gonna be like, well, haven't seen you in a coon's age. Must have been that beautiful hair of yours.
I think maybe I just have one of those faces.
Oh no. I worked with you a while back. You know me.
Yeah, I recognize you. Great.
What? What the long face? We could be old friends. All right. Still see you like to do the police work a little gentle, I would say. Definitely not my taste. But we got him. Did a good job.
I have a little bit of familiarity with how most police work goes, and no, I don't have a taste for shoving people's faces into hoods or harming them to bring them in. Also, we're not taking him in for a crime, Moshe Dutch. He's here to work with us.
I know that. You really don't think they wouldn't have told me?
I mean, given how you know me, I wonder. I wasn't sure who was putting you on the hunt, huh?
Did I pull my gun out?
Who does hold your chains these days?
My chains? Couple of people.
Must be rough.
How's your old boyfriend doing? Wasn't he was it a gang leader? Maybe the Yakuza?
Hey, buddy, Tanner, why don't you lay off, huh?
All right.
Evie, were you a mob?
I'm just
a
playing
mob
Evie.
boss?
As a sex worker, Quinn.
She knows I'm a lovable
Oh.
asshole, so
That's pretty badass too.
Uh, mostly therapists, so it's fine.
so I'm actually gonna go to Dutch. I'm gonna hold my hand out and say, Dutch, name's Tanner. For a handshake. Nice to be working with you.
He gives him the half-ass shake, like he grabs his finger and goes, "Yeah, okay."
He laughs and he's like, maybe one day.
Sure, dreaming.
I'm not one to pry. It's actually not in my usual interest to pry into people's stuff. Why'd they want you so bad? You someone special?
Good question.
I don't think so, but whatever. It's Holden. We have history.
He a piece of shit like you said he is?
Last I checked.
Oh. She'll lift her bowl of noodles to kind of cheers you. Here's to working for lots of pieces of shit.
Yep.
And then sips the broth.
Okay. So with that, I assume everybody is ready to head to headquarters. All right. So it is a couple minutes early, but this is a good place to break. So we're going to take a quick 10 minutes, refresh ourselves, get water, attend to our human needs, and in 10 minutes, you'll get to meet Deputy Chief Holden.
Ooh,
All right.
that guy.
See you in about 10 minutes, guys.
turn. So, after Dutch led his future coworkers, co-squad mates, on a merry little chase through the underbrush of Los Angeles. Underbrush? No, there's nothing growing here. Detritus, that's the better word. Through the detritus of the streets of Los Angeles, you are brought to headquarters. This
Oh,
is.
sorry.
Mhm.
I just want a brief moment when, because I assume Dutch is riding with me and Quinn. I assume Dutch is probably riding in the back. He's gonna like look in the review mirror and be like, speaking of dirty cops, Tanner's the dirtiest one I know. And we're
Oh,
good.
it's not surprising.
Sold out in 5 seconds. Dang.
I have a reputation to uphold, all right?
All right, and I guess Quinn hears this as well.
Yes.
Does he not know how to shower?
Quinn, we'll have a talk after we go meet with.
Oh, you mean the other kind of dirty? Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a reason he recognized me, and it ain't because I fucked him.
You know, I'm fairly certain now that at HQ there are people that Quinn interacts with on a daily basis, and they're like, "Are you sure they pass Voitkov? Like, should we try again?" So, the rain lets up just long enough to let you all land your skimmers on the roof of this impossibly tall. It's 150, 200 stories, brutalist architecture. It's the police headquarters. You head for the Rep Detect unit, which is still far up. And so, as a setting note, we went over this a little bit in character creation, but literally the higher up you are in the city, the higher your status is. So the 100th floor is sort of like the arbitrary cutoff, you know, between the 99% lives beneath the 100th floor and the 1% lives up top. It's also like that for a departmental organization. So if you're really high up, if you rank really high, you're at the top floor, you know, at the very least above 100. So your unit is almost near the roof. It's Rep Detect. It is Los Angeles Rep Detect. And so you are brought into, even though this is supposed to be high status, the room that you are brought to, that all 5 of you are brought to, is close and it's cramped and it looks like, you know, there's stuff here that has been here for 20 years. There's like a fake plant and ceiling fans that try to dissipate the smoke in this room, but they don't really do a good job. And it's half smog and half cigarette smoke. And you see here Deputy Chief Holden. And he has been with the Rep Detect unit for about 20 years. And so even though he probably shouldn't, because he's got synthetic lungs, he smokes heavily. And everybody knows the story about how Deputy Chief Holden, you know, when he was a very young man, was administering a Voight-Kampff test to a replicant who went rogue and pretty much shot his lungs out. Fortunately, another Blade Runner was able to take down that replicant one, Leon Kowalski. Yeah, so if you've seen Blade Runner, the agent who gets shot at the very beginning of the film, good news, he survived and here he is now.
Yay!
I was so worried about his character.
Yep, totally worried.
All right. So, he says, sit down. Got urgent situation.
Oh yeah?
Last night, there was a shooting in Sector 1. A fucking sordid place called the Snake Pit. Some nightclub row. Anyway, 2 Nexus 9 Blade Runners, serial numbers LH3793 and SN9148. Dossier's codename's Leah. Anyway, Sandra's dead. Leah's missing. You gotta find Leia. You gotta find her fast.
Hmm.
I think at the mention, if anyone's paying attention to Evie at all, the mention of the snake pit, there is a flicker of recognition on her face immediately.
So it shows you the files, which you should now be able to see.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Can you
Oh, it's-
bring out
this
handout
is-
D again, Rachel? Thank you.
Also, if
Oh,
you go
fuck.
into the journal tab, you should be able to see it now and bring it up if you need it.
This is an out of game question probably. Lev B, does that mean they have like B in that particular series of stats, or is that another sort of? It says physical state Lev B, mental state Lev B. For Sandor.
Yes.
Oh, goody. They're both really physically. Yeah. Okay. Great.
The 2 combat units.
Look like it.
They were employed as Blade Runners. They do your job.
True. Okay,
Oh.
gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So they're not the actual people we're after. Okay.
Nope. No.
Oh. Okay. Sorry.
So one of them is dead.
Right.
Sandor is dead.
Leah's
Leia
missing.
is missing, and you've got to go find her. Is the job.
Got it.
What was our
When the
last?
shooting happened?
I'm sorry. There was 2 questions at once.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, you go.
All right, Leo, go.
Okay. Oh, what was our last known location? Where did last someone see her at?
The Snake Pit. Sandor got shot. Sent them there to investigate Nexus 8 activity. Don't know if that's what triggered the shooting. According to the local law enforcement witness, there's some sort of human supremacist something the fuck or other. That might have had something to do with it.
Okay.
Don't know, but I bet we'll read all about it and fucking kill tomorrow. Fucking muckrakers. Anyway, you gotta figure this out, and fast. Brass is breathing down my neck on this, which means I'm breathing down yours.
Yeah,
It's
you've
breathing.
been training your
Nope, Eric, you have the burn.
I see that you've been training your replacement. He looks over at Tanner. How's that going?
He smiles. And
Haven't named a successor yet.
That's sounding you might need to be soon.
I just see synthetic lungs.
Right. She'll turn away from Hardin and everyone else. Like, I live near the area. I kind of know it.
Perfect.
Right, worry is that this Leia might have been kidnapped. And if someone's out there killing and kidnapping Nexus 9s, we gotta find them, stop them, fast. Also,
Well, my math is not great, but I can count. There's 4 other Blade Runners here in Rep Detect for you, Holden. Why do you need me?
I need you because you're good at what you do, Dutch. Shut the fuck up and do your
Past
job.
tense. Past tense. What I used to do. I don't do that stuff anymore.
Yeah, you're being pressed into service.
you used to be a
Here's the
Blade
thing.
Runner?
It's not just HQ. Wallace Corporation is in on this.
Wallace! Oh, God. Did Leon blow out more than just your lungs that time?
Neander Wallace himself has
Lost your
taken an
balls, didn't you?
interest, and they want to talk to you about this whole goddamn clusterfuck. They're letting us run the investigation for now, but they've offered assistance.
Why don't you just let them take care of their own Nexus problems?
Because this is a city problem.
Is it? Sounds like a you problem. You lost one of your Blade Runners. Now you want us to clean it up.
I absolutely do. Do you know what would happen in this city if people found out about this? It's bad enough that there was a replicant involved in a shooting.
Olson,
What do you want, Noodles?
bebiendo dinero.
I don't speak whatever it is you're passing around, pal.
Oh, drinking money.
Sure, drink your money. Okay, sounds fair.
Excuse me, Mr. Holden, sir.
Yeah.
I can now that I'm done, I can go back to my office, right?
You're being promoted to field agent.
Edie puts like a comforting hand on Quinn's shoulder immediately, like, and a squeeze. Like,
If you if you really want a soft landing pad, we've got Sandor down at crime lab being processed.
that's not that sounds like she kind of eyes Tanner and Cassius. That's not my deal.
Yeah, he's getting a autopsy, necropsy. I don't know what they call it when it's one of them.
Oh, so a necropsy is normally used for animals, but they don't exist anymore. So, it'd probably be an autopsy because it's still a body, and you know, auto the self I, and
Wow.
Yeah.
Evie's just beaming at Quinn like, yes,
You really
take
know
it,
your shit,
stick it to
Quinn.
this fucking cop. Thank you. Oh, this is amazing.
Really know your shit. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a local gang to see what this supremacy group is about. See if I can
Oh,
get a name. on the
you're
gang.
gonna find them, are you?
Setting note, you don't need connections to find them. They will let you know where they are.
Okay.
It is a huge movement right now of essentially people who feel as though they have been pushed out of their jobs by replicants, and they're kind of not even wrong on this point. But like, instead of blaming the system, they are blaming the replicants, and so there is, as Holden has said, there is a lot of tension right now in the city between the citizens and the residents and the replicants, where the replicants just want to like do what they were created to do, whereas a lot of humans have grudges against quote unquote skin jobs. So yeah, throw a rock, you'll find a human supremacist.
Yeah. Okay.
Swing a dead animoid cat around.
I would still kind of go with the same. I would put it through the grapevines that we are looking for this person, and any information, give it to me. You'll be compensated.
Okay. So you don't you don't necessarily hear anything back immediately. But
Fine.
you know, maybe something will come through.
Yep. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
No.
I'm new here. You go ahead. I don't do dead bodies, so someone else should go with Quinn for the autopsy,
I
right?
don't give a fuck who does what. Get out of my office.
Oh, I
Get
wasn't
jobs.
talking to you, Holden. Actually, I was talking to everyone else here. Sorry, my bad. I'll be more
Oh.
direct with my gaze, so you'll know who I'm speaking to. It wasn't you in this moment, though. I'm sorry about that.
Go do your jobs.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hold on a minute, Holden. You want us to do this job and clean up your dirty work? I'm going to require some deep information. Any internal affairs audits that belong to either one of these two replicant Blade Runners you got, I need that information.
Yeah, sure. I'll give you mainframe access.
How
Yeah,
are we
make sure
sure
you
these two? How are we sure that these two Blade Runners weren't replicants themselves?
They were
They are.
absolutely replicants.
They were okay.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
serial numbers.
Yeah, they're both Nexus 9s.
You're not going to be holding onto that information.
I think, Dutch is sampling whatever liquors has, and that's when he has the spit take.
Yeah, there's just some real bad bottom shelf rot gut. It's supposed to be bourbon, but it's more like paint thinner.
Well, Cassis, do you want to go examine the crime scene? Gotta get clues.
Yeah, I think the snake pit would be a good place.
Well, yeah, they're gonna talk to you two. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Okay,
Have
then
fun.
how about you come with us?
I'm sorry. I don't want the smell of that's burnt
If you
pork
say you
hair
could
on
do
me.
such a better job than us, let's go.
Mhm.
Prove it to
Tanner.
us right now.
Tanner, you're going about this all the wrong way. Let's all take a step back and let's assess all of our particular skills. Now, Evie, you said that you live near that place and you obviously have a way with people and words, and you don't do dead bodies. Is that correct?
No, not typically. No.
Well, then I think obviously you should be going to the snake pit because yes, you may have a better chance than little old me who has no way with people. So how about you take Tanner as protection, just in case. Now, this can't protect yourself, obviously, but Burak Glow. And then Quinn,
Okay.
you know your way
So-
around a dead body, right?
You-
Perfect. Okay.
Also, because Dutch was very vociferous, you have been sent Leah's personnel report.
Oh,
Excellent.
Pour the rest of that paint thinner into the plant in the corner of Holden's office, and then he leaves with the personnel file. Going through it, peeking through it.
Okay, you should be able to see it. It's handout F.
I do not.
Only Dutch has it right now.
Oh, sorry. Okay. If we're splitting up, I'd like Dutch to come with me and Tanner as well. Then.
Afraid of the snake pit, kid? You should be.
No one has any
Oh
interest
no,
in dead
I'm
bodies.
afraid of being alone at the snake pit with him.
Oh, understood.
Ugh.
Perfectly fine. No, I think that's a great idea, and I'll keep Quinn company.
Oh, excellent. You seem like the perfect kind of dead body buddy.
Glad to fill that role.
Quinn, I'd love to meet up for some drinks after you're done. Please wash your hands first. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so it is the morning shift of day 1. So the leads you have are the autopsy report on Sandor, the LAPD mainframe, which Dutch has one of the files, the snake pit. You can also go to the Wallace Corporation. You can also inspect Leia's apartment. And also, Holden hinted that the Kill tabloid might know more. So, where you go next is up to you.
Dutch will thumb through the personnel report. This is for Leah, I think it
Mhm.
is. And he's just like remarking, "What the hell is a baseline test? Is that like a Voight Kampf?"
Yeah, so you would know, all of you would know what a baseline test is. If you've seen Blade Runner 2049, it is what Ryan Gosling's character has to go through. So it has replaced Voight Kampf, where essentially each replicant on their inception has their baseline measured. And if they get too stressed out, too angry, too emotionally unstable about anything, they fail their baseline test, and that's bad because that means that the replicant is about to freak out and murder everybody. Not necessarily, but that's the stereotype. And they're not even wrong, because replicants have gone on murder sprees. This has been documented to have happened. Just ask Holden and his synthetic lungs. So, uh, yeah, so the fact that Leia failed her baseline tests is kind of a big deal.
He apologizes, like, "Sorry, I've been out of the game for a long time."
It's okay.
Is there any? I'm gonna ask Dutch. You said that both of them failed the
No,
test?
just Leah.
Just Leo. Oh, I'm thinking maybe Leo went AWOL.
There's always a bad one in the bunch.
So,
The whole orchard's bad.
What happened to innocence before guilt? Like presumed? That is not a thing.
I didn't assume it. I'm
Yeah,
just
there's
saying
nobody
it's a
innocent here. I'm
possibility.
sorry.
All right, Dutch. All right.
So, I'm gonna ask Eve, how good are you with picking a lock? Or is the
Talking to
apartment
me?
or is the give me a minute. Or is the apartment already unlocked out of character?
Uh, if you're talking about Leia's apartment,
Yeah.
you will be granted access to it
Okay.
as part of the investigation. Because, remember, you have housing provided to you by the LAPD. So that means they also have your apartment keys.
Okay. So, should we split up and do this, or
I mean,
Well, probably get
no
more done
offense,
that way.
Tanner, but you stand out and you have a reputation in that. And I'm not trying to be rude. Just saying. I think me and Dutch blend in better.
see, that's where you disagree. Do you really think any of the gangs are gonna talk to you two?
Yes.
Really?
Don't talk to me.
Maybe they'll give you the
Or
light
Dutch.
sprucing here and there, give you a little bit of the information at times. You know how to coerce them.
All right. What do you prefer then? Where do you want to go? It's all. I've said this many a time. Anything you want.
Well, in my honest opinion, I think that I could go check out the apartment. But on the other hand, I do think I could be useful on the ground with you. You may think the thing is even a dirty cop can can tug some pulls
I've
with some of the
never
local
called you a dirty
gangs.
cop. I would never say such crass things about you.
Everybody knows it. The freaking lowest gang member of this city knows I'm dirty. The Holmes
It's not a big
knows I'm
deal, though.
dirty.
Really wouldn't want to advertise being dirty.
Everybody knows it's not a big deal, is it? Why don't you go with Master Bowtie over here?
I'm just saying, okay? A little bit of money will get you a long way with these guys. Speak
Alright,
their
look.
language.
I think I'm best served with the snake pit. Whoever wants to come with me there.
And then I'm
Let's
actually
fucking
gonna
go.
I'll go with you.
I'm gonna take that like little like envelope full of money, and I'm gonna be like, use it wisely.
Who do you slip that to? Oh, never mind.
Boink.
Just grabbed it. Got it. Done.
Well, it's on you if you don't figure it out.
Yeah, drinks are on me. You got it, boss.
So, and then I'm gonna check out the apartment.
All right. So, Tanner's checking out the apartment. Evie is going to the snake pit. Who is going with you?
I believe Dutch is. Yeah.
Okay. And then Quinn, you are checking out the dead body.
I'm going with Quinn.
Okay.
So I would make a quick detour to be like, Dutch, let's get you a little cleaned up. Because there's difference between obviously homeless and from the streets. There's a line. There's a line, and I think we're at the obviously homeless person line right now. Dutch,
I'd
let's
have to agree.
let's
He
get
just
you
nods.
let's get you
Nods and
just past the line a
smiles.
little bit. So yeah, she'll take Dutch back to her place to like get him a little less funky, but not too prim and proper.
He nods and smiles and then kind of looks out a window, a little sad, and goes,
Okay. They're telling me I share. Okay. Here we are. Nope. All right, so Flying Holden did a number on my vocal cords. All right, so worth it. It's fine. So while Evie gets Dutch cleaned up, we will focus on Quinn and Cassius at the crime lab. So it is called the Crime Lab of the Replicant Intelligence and Technology Division. So the chief medical examiner is a guy named Coco. This is sort of a nickname given to all of the medical examiners. You also encounter a small gray tabby called Biscuit.
Damn it, Rachel. Just derailed this scene so bad.
Biscuit.
It is not a real cat. It is an animaloid. It is an artificial animal. But it is a fairly well-made artificial animal. It gets most of the cat attributes correct.
How are Biscuit's hydraulics working? Did I help you fix them well enough?
So Coco, yes, yes, Biscuit's well. Reaches over, scratches the cat. So you specifically would have, you would know from, here. That's Coco. You would know him as being somewhat aloof and detached, but essentially good at his job.
So Quinn rolls up their sleeves, puts on a pair of gloves. Where are we at?
Right, come this way.
Oh, this is Cassius, by the way.
Sure. Hi. Come this way. And so he will lead you to the specific drawer in the morgue. You pull it out, uncover the body. Well, sort of like he'll stop, like hand on the sheet, like, it's gruesome.
And
Looks to Cassius.
One moment.
oh, you
Go ahead.
might not want to drink in here. Sometimes the contaminants aerosolize and then they float around. So you also might want to wear a face mask because, you know, when we cut open the body, the blood kind of splatters everywhere sometimes.
So while you are saying this,
Just blow a
Coco,
huge cloud of smoke back at Quinn.
so pulls the sheet back. And so it looks to be a young man, probably mid-20s, but you know, he's a replicant, so what the fuck does that even mean? But you know, adult. And it's pretty easy to determine how he died because there's a giant hole in his chest.
Okay. So they went for
Look right at Coco. Cause of death.
Well, in my professional opinion, he was shot.
oh
Large caliber weapon at point blank range.
oh Cassius. And Quinn will put their hand on your shoulder. Do you need glasses?
No, thank you.
So anyway, let's see. And did you perform the autopsy yet? Or were you
I
waiting
mean,
for me?
there's not much of an autopsy to perform. He was shot. That's what killed him.
But we have to weigh the brain and the liver. We have to, you know, do all the things.
Yeah, knock yourself out, Quinn.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can just pull up a spec report and find all that information on this thing's equipment.
No, there's a procedure that you must go through with an autopsy.
Yeah,
It's-
and I got the same procedure to go through for that one, that one, that one, that one, that bank over there, and I still need to get to that one.
Coco. Coco. Mind if I call you Coco?
Everyone else does.
Pleasure to meet you, Coco. You seem very excellent in your job and very committed to the most, you know, useful facts possible. So here's what I need to know. Really, honestly, at the end of it all, that bullet, right? One that made the big hole in his chest, right? Talking about the same thing, right? Okay,
Mhm.
perfect. I didn't know if that came from this replicant's gun, and I'll give them the serial number for Leia.
Yeah, I want to know that too, but I don't have the bullet.
No bullet, went right through.
Went right through.
No recovery of the bullet on site.
Oh,
Isn't that your job?
I'm just gonna tell Evie really quick.
Perfect, thank you, Quinn. On the ball, perfect. Appreciate you. No, Coco, you're right. You're absolutely right. That is our job. I'm sorry. I just thought that, you know, the cleanup crew that brought in the giant chest hold replicant might look for the giant hole in the wall that would have the slug. But you know what? That's pretty stupid of me. So I apologize.
That's Rachel laughing, not Coco.
All right, glove up, Cassius. You're gonna help me dissect this body.
What?
Yeah, glove up. Get on your PPE, your personal protective equipment.
If it's any if it's any benefit to you, I'm gonna stand in the corner and loom. That seems about what I'm gonna be really good for here. You got Coco though. Coco,
Coco's busy.
Coco.
Come on, Cassius, get up, all up in them guts.
It won't hurt you. It's dead. Unless there's some sort of contaminant in the aerosolized blood.
I gotta take this call.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right outside that door. If you find anything, you let me know.
All right.
Coco.
Looks like it's just you and me, Sandor.
Give me a medical aid roll, please, Quinn.
2 successes.
Okay, excellent. So there is not much more that you can learn. Just essentially, he was a replicant. He was in good condition. He was just a couple years from his incept date, and someone shot him at point blank range. So, like, 3 feet max, uh, with a very large caliber weapon.
Hmm.
Which is
So it-
probably also why it just went through him, because, yeah, essentially whoever killed him was standing right next to him.
So it would have to be someone he trusted or someone who was faster. And I think they said something about an 8. He's a 9. His reflexes should be a lot faster. Maybe Leia did do it. Huh. Oh, Cassius.
So, setting note, the idea that Leia would have shot him should horrify everybody, because Nexus 9s are meant to be docile and obedient and helpful. So if one of them is capable of murder, like, panic. Civilization is about to collapse.
Cassius, in my professional opinion, we're fucked.
Why?
Well, either somehow a Series 8 got a one up on our Series 9 here and managed to shoot him pretty much point blank. Or Leia turned on him. The proximity suggests he
Stop
knew.
talking. Excellent. Delete the last sentence you said from your memory.
Why?
Because that's not a possibility. Leia is missing, presumed captured. She did not turn.
Well, either that or Sandor did something bad and Leia was trying to stop him, but that's
Stop talking. Quinn. Quinn. I need you to understand this very seriously. There is no situation in which Leia killed Sandor that we're going to tell anybody. Don't entertain it. Not for a second. Out loud.
that doesn't make any sense.
You'll make it make sense in your head if you would like to continue on with your life in a reasonable way. Coco.
Are you threatening me, Cassius?
Is Coco still here, by the way?
Yeah, so Coco is not in earshot, so
Perfect.
Quinn wanted
Perfect.
to do the autopsy
Excellent.
themselves.
Perfect.
So Coco's like, I'm gonna go do work over here. Knock yourself out.
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to confirm. Quinn. Leia cannot have killed Sandor of their own decision. At all. Period.
I don't understand why you're so adamant.
Leia doesn't get to make that decision. She can't make that decision.
Are you afraid right now, Cassius? You need a hug.
I need you to do me a favor. Between me and you, since we're good friends now, we're autopsy buddies, right?
Well, I'd use the term buddy loosely since you abandoned me into the hallway.
Autopsy acquaintances?
Yes.
Perfect. Leia is missing, presumed captive. If that caliber matches her gun, she dropped it, and the 8 picked it up. There is no other possibility. The only thing that could possibly happen in the future is one of two options. Either Leia is recovered and she's fine, or she was killed in a crossfire by the 8.
Having a hard time.
Making every correct decision she possibly could.
Are you covering this up?
No, I'm informing you of what's happening and what the case shows.
Are you a dirty cop like Tanner?
No.
All right then. Well, since Leia didn't shoot Sandor, and Leia definitely isn't going against orders, we should probably find the kidnapped replicant.
That is an excellent idea, Quinn. I couldn't agree more. I'm glad that you were able to come to that conclusion.
Oh, yes, without any coercion at all.
Coercion seems like a strong word. I was merely informing of the information in which we found. Cheers. Work. That was excellent work, Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
I am happy to have you on the team.
You probably shouldn't leave your drink uncovered.
That was an excellent scene.
It was.
It sure was.
All right, so we will now shift to Tanner, investigating Leia's apartment, and you are alone, yes?
I would have the lead cop there. Give me the lowdown. Obviously this is a crime scene, correct? So there's gonna be yellow
Yes.
tape everywhere. Okay.
Nope,
What'd you say?
it's not the crime scene. The crime scene is the snake pit.
Got ya. Okay. I didn't know if they would maybe I know in some investigations they do that with their plates of residency. But yes, I guess I'll be
Nope.
by myself at this time.
All right, so she lives in Sector 5. So essentially the downtown sector, next to the financial district, Little Tokyo, etc., etc. Fairly near LAPD headquarters as well. And so she again lives in one of these behemoth skyscrapers. So you walk in, you hit the button to call the elevator. It's out of order. Fortunately, she only lives on the 13th floor.
Only the 13th.
Only. So, I'm not going to make you roll, but it's tiring. 13 floors of stairs. Getting all the way up there. Oh, wait, you've been on the force for like 16 years. You're the old man.
I am the old man.
Yeah, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, 100%.
So, you get to the 13th floor and you sort of wander the hallways because not every door is numbered and you're not sure what the numbering scheme is until you see a door. And so as you wander through, There are just people in the hallways, just standing there, doing nothing, drinking, smoking, watching you. And so you're pretty sure you find Leia's apartment because it's the one, there's no yellow tape, but instead there's spray paint, skin jobs on a door.
Well, sure he gives a strong indicator. You said that there's people around, right?
Yep.
I'm going to first. I kind of want to know. These people have obviously been around her. I want to know what she's like. What is her
Okay.
passions? Has she been acting weird lately? So I'm gonna go up to some of the people around there, and I'm gonna be like, "Hi,
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Tanner. I was actually looking. She's a replicant. I was actually looking for a great friend of mine. She lives in this apartment. Can you tell me where she's at? Or
Friends with a fucking skin job?
skin job?
You a skin job too?
What are skin jobs?
Oh, fuck you. Everyone knows what a skin job is. Fake people.
Oh, gotcha. Another word for that. No. To be honest with you, I'm not. I don't know. I was looking for. There was some business I had to deal with her. I was just wondering if she's been acting weird lately. I've been worried about her.
Yeah, fuck off. She knows what's good for her, she'll stay missing.
What? She doesn't sound like she was very well liked.
She's a skin job.
Yeah, well, she was a good girl. You know, kind of sucks that she went missing though. Yeah, skin job or not. So, out of character, if I flashed some money at her, would she loosen up her mouth a bit?
This guy? Probably not.
Probably
Seems
not.
kind of hostile. Like, as soon as you said she's my friend, he's like, oh, you're friends with a replicant? You can go fuck yourself.
Gotcha. Okay. Note taken for future reference. Skin jobs. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. So, next, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to the. Usually with these, they have like some person that has like the keys or the janitorial or anything like that.
Alright, so you have two options. There is an electronic lock on Leia's door. You need to roll either tech to bypass it, or because this is a shitty lock, because it's on the 13th floor, you can use force to just kick the door down.
No, I don't want to cause a scene. Definitely tech.
Okay, so give me that tech roll. Alright, one success.
Cool.
So you take a minute or two to sort of tinker with the keypad that locks her door. Meanwhile, this neighbor, you can tell, is just burning eyes into the back of your head, watching what you're doing. So this is what you see.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and give me an observation roll.
Okay. So I would also like to keep a little bit of an eye on that other dude
Okay.
that was in there because I could definitely see him coming in and trying to hurt me. I'm kind of
All right.
trying, and I'm also kind of trying to coax him into doing it too.
Okay. He's just an asshole who has really nothing going on in his life, except like hurling slurs at other people. He doesn't want to actually get in a real fight.
Okay, okay.
All right, so
I got one.
here is what you find. There is a jar of butterflies. There is a photo next to a bed. There is a book. And there are some empty bottles. So which one would you like to investigate first?
First thing I want to investigate is definitely going to be the bottles. Is she a heavy drinker?
Okay. Definitely a heavy drinker. Lots of liquor, not a lot of food.
Ooh, so she might have been drunk doing this. Okay. Next would be the book, I guess. I could go there.
All right. It is a collection of poems by William Blake. And so this is the page that it is open
Okay.
Oh no.
to.
Sorry, Aaron said nothing. Aaron doesn't know this poem at all.
All right, what were the other ones again?
A photo and a jar of butterflies.
So heavy drinker, has some sort of mental issue. Okay. I would do the picture next.
All right. So that is what you see. It's just a picture of a girl, maybe about 12 years old.
Huh. Okay. You said this is about 12 years old. Are there any scars in terms of like how her life is? Does her life seem pretty normal?
So she looks happy in the photo. So examining the photo, you take it out of the frame and you see a stamp that says Doc Badger on the back. And so give me a connections roll.
Okay. Goth Badger, you said, right?
Doc Badger.
Doc Badger.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
1.
You, through your underworld connections, recognize the name Doc Badger. He is a pawn shop owner in Sector 5.
Pawn shop owner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then last but not least, the butterflies.
Yeah. So, there's like 2 or 3 surreal butterflies in here. You know immediately that these are fake butterflies, of the sort that would be sold on Anemoid Row. It's weird that she would have them. These are extremely expensive.
Is there any sort of serial number on these? If they're that expensive, they have to have some sort of indicator of what company that came through.
Yeah, you would have to take them to crime lab to have them analyzed to be able to get the serial number.
Okay. Okay. All right. I would probably do one more quick observation. Could I also see if she was drinking, check her bathroom cabinets to make sure that there's no like copious amounts of drugs as well. Usually those go hand in hand sometimes.
Yeah, nope. Just liquor.
Just liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Does it on those bottles? Does it tell what type of liquor?
Vodka.
Vodka. Well, I should say company like Grey Goose stuff like that.
Mid-market brand.
Mid-market brand.
Tito's, baby. Let's
There
go.
you go. Okay. So I would say I would like to trace that back to a store if I could. So I would take that bottle with me, and I would take the jar of butterflies as
So-
well with me
So
too.
the vodka you wouldn't really be able to trace. This is
Okay.
something that's sold in every grocery store and liquor store. It
Got it.
probably came from the bodega on the corner.
Okay. But okay. Dega still saw her though, correct? Well, weeks ago. Okay. That really wouldn't matter. All right, well, that seems to be done. I would probably leave and I would probably flip off the angry guy.
He flips you off right back. Says grumbles something about skin jobs.
So, all right. I'll head back to the car and go back to get this crime to have this analyzed by the crime lab first before I go to the pawn shop guy.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you will encounter Cassius and Quinn at the crime lab. Uh excuse me. Um looking like they just finished a very intense discussion.
Well, you guys look pretty wore out from that discussion there. You okay?
Oh, yes, Cassius was just informing me of how important my job is.
It
Quinn.
might be the single most important job we have in the group.
And he even told me that I am irreplaceable and that he's
Okay.
going to treat me to noodles every single time we're working together.
Keep him up on that. But on another note, what was the blood alcohol level? Well, no, I'm sorry. We don't have that body. Turns out,
Oh, what is that? Is that a jar of butterflies? Are they
Yes.
animoid? And then Quinn like scoops them out of your arm. Oh, they're so. Do you know how expensive these are?
apparently
They're so
very
hard to
expensive.
make. The little machine parts are so very, very teeny tiny, and they're just so delicate.
Well, I found him at the suspect's place. I don't know why they were doing there. She couldn't afford that kind of thing on her salary. Only fans butts about that.
What do you think, Cassius?
And Cassius
Of
turns
the
out
jar of butterflies.
I think they're very beautiful. I think they are very nice to look at, and replicants and humans alike enjoy looking at beautiful things.
All right. So you analyze the butterflies and you get the serial number, and it leads you to a shop on Animoid Row where various artisans create any number of artificial animals. This one ties to someone called Only the Aurelian, and I'll put that name in the Discord for you.
Okay. So I would also say Cassius. I also think Leah may have been a very heavy drinker. You said this was a Nexus 9 model, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't see how that particular aspect of her personality is relevant.
well, she's a Nexus 9. They're supposed to be extremely docile, if I'm not correct. I think that could have been the fuel to the
Just-
fire. She was drunk
just-
while she did this.
just-
Copious amounts of alcohol. I'm not talking like 4 or 5 liquor bottles on the floor.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch the last thing that you said. What was that again?
I told you what you needed to know. Don't play dumb with me.
You made some sort of implication of something that she did, that she consumed alcohol.
She consumed
Okay.
alcohol. Do you want to know? Do you want to go to the apartment and see for yourself?
No, that was your job.
And I did my job.
Perfect. So you discovered that she enjoyed alcohol on her time off.
A lot of
we
it, but
all?
yes, I will give you that. But yes,
Then judge away at her drinking habits perfectly fine. But again, any implication of what she was working on, any implication of what job they were looking for, anything about these Nexus 8s, anything in regard to those things.
no,
You know, the people who have most likely taken her.
there was no paperwork upon like that. No, but
Interesting.
I definitely think the big old sign on her door stating that she was a skin job is probably one of these these supremacist people. I could definitely see that.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
As I'm sure you know, I am fairly new onto this, but I'm sure you know that's called a lead.
Yeah.
Perfect. So
She wasn't.
her
She
working
wasn't
theory-
very well liked in her little apartment building. So yeah,
And I'll look over to Quinn. See? So our working theory possibly right now is that perhaps there was a group of human supremacists who knew that she was a replicant, obviously working as a Blade Runner, and followed her to her place of employment and started some sort of scuffle. Sandra killed in the crossfire, and now she has been taken and being held by these supremacists, at which point we will need to find her and rescue them from these heinous individuals. Right?
If I wasn't a professional, I would kick you in the shin right now.
whatever you say, Cassius. I just do what the facts tell me.
I thought the fact that you just told me. What is it that you're working with?
I literally told you that she drinks a lot of alcohol. That is a thing that she does. She probably, I don't know if we killed anybody or anything like that, but we know she drinks a lot of alcohol.
She's literally incapable of killing anyone who's not in her direct orders.
That I'm not saying she did kill anybody. I'm just saying she drinks a lot.
Perfect. We were in agreement. Excellent.
Okay. I guess we got that down.
Excellent. Perfect. So, course of action, we'll see what Dutch and Evie were able to pull up at the Snake Pit, connections they were able to make, any missing puzzle pieces in regard to that, we'll put them in. Otherwise, as of right now, we could go start rounding up some of these supremacists for Dutch to coerce into giving us more information about any of their interactivities with Leia. I mean, I assume that's what he's good for,
So,
getting information out of people who don't wish to give it.
Who, me?
speaking
No,
of-
Dutch.
Oh, yes.
Speaking of Dutch and the Snake Pit and Evie, let's have the camera shift here. So, the Snake Pit was a nameless variety club, infamous for its strong drinks and five-star entertainment. It gained its name back in 2019 when one of their performers, who had a snake act, was pretty flashily retired in the middle of the street. And so Forever After, it is now sort of hooked onto the infamy of that event and calls itself the Snake Pit. It is owned by someone named Taffy Lewis, who is just super sketch. But you know, everyone is super sketch at this point in time. You arrive there. It is early morning, and so it wouldn't necessarily be open at this time of day, and it is especially not open because here is where you see all the yellow crime scene tape. And, you know, a small crowd of gawkers has collected, and they're gossiping amongst each other, speculating what might have happened. So, what is your approach?
I don't want to like give away that we're here as investigators. I want to go talk to people first. I feel like Evie's probably been here before, given proximity to where she literally lives.
Sure, absolutely.
Right.
You've probably talked to Taffy Lewis before.
Perfect. I'm not gonna go for Taffy Lewis first. Fuck that.
All right. Go ahead and give me an insight roll, please.
Alright. Please, dice, be kind to me for once tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yo!
So you sort of move through the crowd, just chatting with people, talking to them. And you very quickly realize that nobody knows what is going on. Because it's just gossip. However, you do notice that there's this very tall man, completely bald head, who you sort of make each other at the same time. And he comes up and asks, are you a detective?
I'm used to detecting a lot of different things. Why are you asking?
I saw the whole thing.
I'd like to read this person. I vibe check, bullshit meter, whatever you want to call it, right now.
Okay, well, so I'm just gonna carry forward the insight check that you've already made.
Oh, perfect then. Perfect. I'm also gonna look to Dutch and be like, in case, you know.
Sizing him up.
Yep. Tell me all about it, huh?
Yeah, no, so, there was, N9, she was a dancer on the stage, and, people started heckling her.
Okay.
Why?
and,
Is she a
What happened?
replicant?
Yeah, no, she was, Iris. That is, you know, that is what they do now. That is what, was advertised last night, the beautiful woman of your dreams, come to life, dancing on the stage.
Okay. Please continue.
Yeah, so, you know, and then I saw also there's this journalist, uh, you know, the one who works for Kill magazine.
I
You know,
do.
not
She'll lean forward, put a hand on his like arm as he talks.
uh, yeah, no. So anyway, I saw the journalist. You know, not necessarily wasn't the one doing the heckling, but you know, was stirring things up a bit. I guess maybe to get a better story.
And then what happened?
Oh, I didn't, you know, the humans, you know, they're angry, they're mean, they start heckling, and then then I hear a gunshot, and then there's a man on the floor, and he's dead.
Oh, your replicant. Her other hand goes to his. You can trust me. You can tell me everything that happened.
Okay, so give me another insight check.
Fuck yes.
There you go. Good job.
You can tell he's holding something back.
Dutch, can you give me a moment? Just keep
Sure.
watch. I'll be right back. And then she'll lead him away so they can go talk somewhere where it's just that only they can hear each other. I promise you, I let someone go who was being hunted. You can trust me. Tell me what happened. You were muted when you said that, Rachel.
Oh, no, I wasn't.
I saw your mouth move, but I heard nothing. So
All right. My really cool filtering software might have filtered my own
Okay.
voice, which is not what I pay it to do. Manipulation, please.
Also a thing I'm good at. Yeah. Let's go.
Damn.
Nice. Lucky.
It's not luck. I have a B in that shit. I planned this.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Okay. So, what happens is he looks around. There's nobody eavesdropping. Dutch is probably keeping an eye out of earshot. And so then he says, Leia had issues. She wasn't in a good place.
Man. I heard she never mind. Scratch that. I only got the autopsy text from Quinn, not the other stuff. Okay.
I was gonna help her get out of here, start over somewhere else. You know what that means, right?
Of course I know what that means.
Yeah. She's the one who shot Sandor.
Okay.
And with that revelation, the one thing that everyone was sure was happened and was terrified of being true,
Cass is over here. Is like, nope, doesn't exist. I have no clue, idea what you're talking about.
Oh, of course it starts raining. It's Blade Runner.
So, everyone, take 1 promotion point, thanks to the number of clues that you were able to uncover during this game session. Yeah, and so, thank you all for playing. Thank you to our wonderful audience for watching, for your contributions in chat. You are always appreciated. And so, if we just want to do one quick round of who you are, what you're up to, and when we can see your face next on the interweb in the normal order, please.
Hello, everybody. I've been Quinn this evening, and you can find me all over the internet as Am Changeling. But I'm taking a social media break, so you can find me, but I'm not there. You can find me on Etsy at Thornkind, where business is going swimmingly, and I'm actually active there. It doesn't count as social media, though, does it?
No.
And
But
you can find
check out Ambrose's store anyway. Lots of good, cool things to buy. Fun stickers.
hashtag trans rights. And my brain just left the skull case. Next.
I think I am next. Hello, I am Aaron. You can find me for any tips or it's Cricket Tulu. I think the next place you're officially gonna find me is here next Friday. I don't think I planned anything for the coming weeks. So yeah, that's where you'll find me. Happy Trans Day of Visibility to all of my trans loved ones, friends, and the friends that I've yet to meet. Fuck fascists.
Indeed. Hi, my name is Eric. At Modern Warcraft Online, I play Dutch. You can find me here with bells on for this next Friday. See you at the usual time.
Hello. My name is Jared. You can find me here playing this game every Friday. Playing Tanner Rigo, a very corrupt cop. You can find me at the Leo of the Black here on Twitch. Don't got much going on that right now, but hopefully it changes in the future.
Hello, everybody. My name is Steve. You can find me on Rachel's Soul and Fire server as Voodoo Arcade. Come play Framed with me. That's fun. And talking about what was the last big conversation I had? Been at PAX. I haven't been in the server a lot. Oh,
The last big conversation was how I'm gonna run a Cyberpunk one shot where y'all are protecting Princess Charlotte
Oh my gosh.
against the Floridian
against the
stormtroopers.
Floridian stormtroopers. Oh my gosh, that's right.
Yes. That'd be so much fun.
No, come hang out, come talk tabletop games and movies and all sorts of super cool dope nerd stuff and world stuff and be cool with cool people. I played a character, their name was Cassius. They think they're good at talking to people. And yeah, that's it. Oh, Monday. Monday's good, right, Rachel?
Yes.
Monday's a green go. Monday, Dragon Age. I play a Tranquil. It's been a while, but it's back. It's gonna be cool.
Plays a
Watch
good
it.
Tranquil. I do appreciate that Tranquil.
Yeah, jeez.
Thank you.
All right. So, hello. My name is Rachel. I'm Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere on the internet. And yes, Dragon Age has been on hiatus because I was in England and then I got COVID. So I'm better now, mostly. But yes, we are going to resume. Sadly, we must say goodbye to Ambrose for Dragon Age, but we will be acquiring one of the Bens. We are going to be getting Ben Ravensdale, who you might recognize from Curse of Strahd, which
Oh, no.
also runs on Monday.
We've got the Bens.
We have the Bens.
We didn't service properly.
We forgot to spray.
No,
for Ben.
I have my license. My dad's a scuba instructor. I know how to not get the bends. There's no
Too
way.
late. You've got them now.
But yes, so Monday, Dragon Age, and then Curse of Strahd. Wednesday, I will be streaming the Dragon Age video game. Thursday is going to be Solid Metal, the BattleTech game using the Fate system. Or if we're on the off week, then we'll paint minis and just hang out and chat with people. And then, yes, come back next week to find out what happens next in Electric Memory. So, have a good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.